Thanks for taking the time, man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Just I'm gonna date myself here. Long-time fan. Actually saw you guys Armored Saint, Wasp, and Metallica at Lemoore back in I don't even know, 85, 86.
Yes, 85.
Was it 85?
Yep, early 85.
Wow.
And we did two nights there, I believe.
I believe I was there both
Yep.
nights. Yep. That was
Yep. And I think one of them had both nights, and one of them had a matinee, like it was during the day or something. I forget.
My memory's not that good, but yeah.
Mine neither, apparently.
Did you ever imagine? He'd still be doing this? I mean, that's 40 years ago.
No.
Crazy.
No, and super grateful that I am. That's for sure. People ask me, like, what are you most proud of, in your whole career? And I'd say that this very thing, that I'm still here talking about music, and people 40 years later are still interested in the music that we're writing and making. And so that's like way beyond anything I ever imagined, for sure. I mean, when you're young, you're thinking like, yeah, I want to be in a band that, you want to be in a band that is, popular and, whatever, but you never imagine like, yeah, you're going to be doing this for 40 years. That's like incomprehensible when you're, 18 years old.
Yeah, I mean, and it's incomprehensible in the music business, right? Where people come and go and there are flashes in the pan, and just the staying power is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, maybe it's testament to our own, maybe stupidity, but I'm being facetious, right, of course. But yeah, I mean, I think that we obviously have this really strong desire to, like, roll with the punches and like kind of just take life as it comes and just keep going. The music's very important to us, and whatever we've managed to stay a band and still stay making music this long, and we're super proud of that fact. So yeah, not a lot of people can get there, and a lot of people don't have the stomach for it. A lot of people just, it's enough to do it for a few years and then just decide, this isn't for me. That's totally fine. But we've somehow managed to stick with it.
What was the you guys are releasing Symbol of Salvation here, the 30-year re-release. What was the reason to go back and pick that one as opposed to anything else in your catalog?
Yeah, well, that record, for some reason, and I think there are reasons, but it struck a chord with our whole arc, our career and our catalog. It just has this pivot point to it that I think is it's partial to us as a band, and it's also different reasons for fans alike. For a lot of people, it was their introduction to Armored Saint, in 1990, 91, when the record came out. I think that a lot of people were introduced to our band at that point. And then we disappeared, and, John joined Anthrax, and we went kind of dormant for quite a while. And we kind of became this weird mythological thing. And so, I think when we had this opportunity to, we got offers to go out and do some dates in 2018, and we didn't want to just go out, and we were also still on the end of the cycle of Win Hands Down. We just didn't want to go out and do a whole nother tour of just playing another set of the usual stuff, and I wanted to do something a little bit unique and different. And I just knew that the anniversary for this record was coming up in a couple of years. And so we kind of broached the subject with the label about possibly going out and doing this record in its entirety. And they were really gung-ho on capturing that and doing a recording of it. So We all discussed it as a band, and we thought it would be a cool thing to do and challenging, and for us internally, just fun and different.
Right.
We're always up for doing things that are motivating, and going out and playing a record in its entirety. We've never done it before. And we thought it'd be a fun way to celebrate the record, and the anniversary was coming up and all those things. So, for all those reasons, I think that we chose that record, and it lends itself to be put in that format, I think.
Right. What's it like? And I imagine an Armored Saint show now is multi-generational, right? Because people like me taking my kids. It must be kind of cool feeling to see the juniors there and the teens there turned on to Armored Saint.
Absolutely. Like I said, there's a lot of people that we've met. It's funny because we've done so much touring in the 2000s and the 2010s that I think we've been busier as a band than we ever were in the whole first 15-year history in the beginning, in the early 80s, until we took the break. And so during that time, you seeing all kinds of people, like you said. There's people who I didn't even hear about Armored Saint until I saw Rain of Fire, in 1991, and then you guys disappeared. But then there's people who are they got introduced to us on La Raza in 2010.
Right.
And then you have people who, like yourself, who saw us back in the day.
And you deliver.
Their kids, and their kids are, yeah. And their kids aren't really kids anymore. Their kids are I don't know how old your kids are, but your kids are 17 and 18 years old.
Yeah, 19 and 22, right? Yeah.
There you go. So then their kids are into metal, and they're turned on to Armored Saint. Then you have fans that are bringing their kids, and their kids are kids. Their kids are 10 and 12, right. And they're bringing them to the all ages shows. And that's pretty motivating too. So there's quite a cross section of fans for sure, and it's great to see all of it.
It's pretty amazing, actually. I know when I go to when I used to go to shows, I don't think I haven't been to a show in years. I don't know what you've been up to, but are you guys able to get out on the road at all, or is it not in the cards yet?
Well, we have something coming up, but the world hasn't really opened up until recently, so I think really the first really tour, the real first tours didn't really even go out till this past August, September. Mm-hmm. So, and some of them got canceled and moved on. A lot of them as you know, yeah. So some of them called it a day. Others are still plowing through. So we're still in this kind of let's see what happens stage. But no, we haven't gone anywhere. But we do have dates coming up. We're going to be doing the West Coast in the U.S. here with a Black Label Society just after Christmas. And we're looking forward to that big time because, great band to be out with, Black Label and also Prong. And but we're just antsy to get on stage again. And I went to Psycho Vegas back in August.
Yeah.
So I have been to a venue, and I'm comfortable with it. It's a little weird and different. You just got to get used to it. But it's we've been having practice getting used to it, going to the grocery store and going to these restaurants. So it's not that different than that. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go out, and I'm ready to go to shows. I'm ready to play, ready to go on tour. So bring it on.
So I know you've got 40 years in professional at it, but are there going to be nerves getting back on stage after being off for this long? Or is it just like riding a bike? Did I come through or I missed you?
The connections it's really slow.
What I was saying is I know you're a professional and you've done this for 40 years or whatever or more, but Are there going to be nerves when you finally get back on the stage again after this long of a break, or is it just like riding a bike?
I think it'll be like riding a bike. I'm not.
Whoops.
Hello. Sorry, I had an incoming call I had to get rid of.
Oh, no worries.
People. No, I was never really one to never get. I don't really ever get nervous. I get very. I do get anxious sometimes, but I don't really ever get nervous. So for me, I'm ready to go. Let's go. I won't be nervous getting back on stage, getting ready to play again. You know, I'm ready. Let's do it.
I imagine, and I haven't been to a show, but I imagine the intensity of you guys playing and all those people who haven't been to shows in forever is going to be electrifying.
Yeah, I think that the energy is going to be pretty high for sure. You know, I think the challenge is going to be like, don't get too excited. You know, like
Right.
Let's have some control, and let's let's try not to make mistakes, and let's try to have a good show, and don't overexert yourself. You know, you got to pace yourself. Like,
Right.
still, people are paying money still, so you want to be good. So,
Right.
But yeah, there's going to be pretty electrifying, that's for sure.
And what does Armored Saint have going forward? I know you said you got some dates in December. You working on some new material? Have you used the time down to do some writing?
No, not really. We put so much into Punching the Sky. I think that we've said everything we've wanted to say for the time being, just in terms of writing music, let's say. But we just want to go out and play a lot of this material live. So that's pretty much our forefront goal right now, is to get on the road. We have some stuff that we're working on for 22. I can't really tell you about it yet, but we do have some pretty solid things going on in 22 in terms of tour dates. So, again, we're still in this transitional period. I don't mean us personally,
Everybody,
but
right.
the industry itself. Yep. So it's going to take longer than normal to get back on the saddle, as they say. So everybody and their brother is trying to get on the road right now. All the clubs are booked up until 2023. It's really difficult getting out there, but we're just looking forward to getting on that. So we have some things that like I said, we have some tour dates that are coming up in 22. Next year, we're celebrating 40 years as a band. Yeah, it is crazy. And we are working on getting some reissues of our first 3 records. We got the rights from Chrysalis to reissue the first 3 records on vinyl and
nice.
CD. So we're working with Metal Blade right now as we speak to get those out in 2022. So that'll be exciting. And also, there's a friend of ours did a documentary about Armored Saint, and I think it's done, or it will be done very soon. And I think that he's trying to get that also released in 2022. So that'll be something to look forward to as well. So, there's some stuff that we're working on and things that are coming up and things on the pipeline. So we're looking forward to next year for sure.
And fingers crossed, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here for all of us, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, we just the touring cycle thing is the thing that really just hurt the whole the musicians, in general, and the crew. Everyone's just been out of work, and we just need to get back to work, get back on the road, and it's so much livelihoods have been put on hold, and it's gone on way too long. And I think everyone will tell you that everyone's ready to get back to work. So I just hope that, everyone's got to stay kind of patient, and we'll get back to it. It's going to take time. It's not a light switch. It's not just going to get back to normal tomorrow. So, you know, we all just got to hang in there, and we're a great community. This heavy metal community is, it's one of the best in the world ever. It always has been. So we just got to hang tight and stay together, and we'll get through this.
Awesome. That is all I have. Thank you for your contribution to metal. It's been, like I said, I'm a lifelong fan, and I appreciate your work. So
awesome, man. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And thank you for supporting all these years. And
always
hope to see you out there soon.
Yep. We'll see you soon. Stay safe. We'll see you soon, my friend.
You too.
Later.
Have a
Bye.
good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.